young Stryker Panthers, and now they're only 1-6, but I know they gave Evergreen a heck of a battle. He's got 2-3 sophomores starting. He's got at least a couple more playing. So though they're struggling a little bit right now, their future looks very, very bright.
Oh, no doubt. He's playing a lot of young people this year, and you know, the one thing I've always said about Stryker, and this goes back, and it's a tradition there, they'll play awfully hard. It won't be because of lack of effort that they're 1-6 or whatever. And I know they're looking to be a little bit better at that this time, but they've had a couple of tough losses, and with young kids are up and down. I know they played pretty well over at that Border Classic. They beat a pretty good Blissfield team, and they beat them pretty well. The ball went in, they shot pretty well, and as you said, they gave Evergreen all they wanted in the finals.
Give us a scouting report.
Well, to be honest with you, I really don't know. We don't have a lot of information on them as of yet, but hope to have some more as we go into our game tomorrow night. But they have, the Blake Mueller inside, who no doubt is one, in my opinion, one of the better big kids, young big kids in our area. This kid is a bona fide scorer, and they need the ball in his hands. They try to get the ball in his hands. One of the things that they do is they really spread you out offensively. They run a two-guard attack, and they basket cuts, and they keep things open in the middle for Mueller to operate. So they do a real nice job with that, and they've traditionally given us a little problem by spreading us out with our weak side help. So our kids got to do a good job there. With the people on the perimeter are young kid who has played for a couple of years for him, who's a pretty good shooter. They got a couple of young players. I know Wise and Dudley Grossboy, who's coming off and playing some for him. So, we have to go out and go after and put some pressure on them. Hopefully we can get them out of some things they want to do. I look for man-to-man, maybe some 2-3 zone out of them, maybe a little token pressure, full court.
Okay, I guess going back to all the snowouts, what have you, Doug, going to see a lot of the area teams playing. Not this year. The NBA finally got their strike settled. They're going to be playing 3 days in a row on occasions, but a semi-NBA schedule coming up for a lot of area schools.
Yeah, and that's going to happen, and you're going to go maybe 3 games a week at some stage, and obviously more than 1 week, and that's hopefully going to play to our advantage, and we'd have to do that with us playing 10 kids, and as we go on, and hopefully, knock on wood, we'll stay injury free, and that'll continue, and with our depth, we'll be able to go after people.
Absolutely so. And as you mentioned, playing 10 kids like that's got to make it nice in terms of your practices, Doug, in the fact that these kids know if they practice well, they're going to play.
Oh, that's right. And the one thing we've done, probably, and this is the first time in my, 15 years now, that we've only played 5 games, but we've had 3 different starting lineups. And
with only 7 days in a week and 24 hours in a day, take just a minute to look at our checking and saving solutions at the State Bank and Trust Company. You see it every day. Junk mail, bank statement, even more junk mail. Daily, you're bombarded with paperwork via the Postal Service. The State Bank has you in mind with time-saving ideas like combining your checking and saving statements into one easy-to-read document. So balance your day with us. The State Bank and Trust Company. For FDIC. Better and better.
Tonight's broadcast also being brought to you in part by Wise Insurance of Archbold. See Jim Wise for all of your group health insurance needs. Phone 445-9973. That's 445-WISE for Wise Insurance of Archbold.
Corey Christie with Neil Spengler back live at Archbold once again. Blue, we did a game last Tuesday night, but as of late, got a lot of rescheduled games coming up down the road, obviously, for all the area schools right now.
That's for sure. We just ran into that bad weather, and hopefully we'll be able to get most of them back in. I was just thinking of the last 2 years. Remember how close Stryker last year was? I think they were ahead by 6 with a minute's time to go, and Archbold scored the last 7 points. And 2 years ago, right here, Archbold scored with what? Just 2 or 3 seconds to go and got mixed up on defense. Stryker had a wide open shot at the buzzer, and it just didn't drop. So Stryker's had 2 excellent chances the last 2 years. Last year I thought they had a bag, and then 2 years ago. So, I don't know, Stryker always plays tough against Archbold. I know they're starting a young team, but I don't know, Archbold plays very well here at home, but we want to them play 4 quarters of very consistent basketball. Stryker's really going to have to be on the ball offensively, because Archbold will be pressing them all over the floor, and with the youngsters out there, why that could make a difference in the Bluestreaks' favor.
The young Panthers, Craig DeGroff, Andrew Updike, Blake Miller, Joel Gensler, Zach Wise in the starting lineup.
For the Bluestreaks, Tim Krautz, Eric Watson, Chad Nofziger, Brian Meyer, Eric Grieser. Yeah, that game 2 years ago right here, a wide open lay-in missed by the Panthers. That was Joel Gensler's sophomore campaign. I'm sure he's never forgotten that, but boy, he's gone on and had a fine career for Strikers. You said last year the Panthers flat out had Archbold beat over at Stryker, and see Archbold score the last 7 points of that ball game to pull it out by 1 point. So they've had some dandies down through the years. Last 2 years have been 1-point games. Archbold winning 44-43 and last year 56-55. Here's the opening tap, controlled by Mueller and the Panthers. Gensler with the ball on the left side. On top of the ball now, here's Zach Wise. Foul line, starting to drive down the lane, shoveling it up and in. Nice shot by Andrew Updike. Looked a little off balance, but Andrew found the bottom of the well. Here's a pass inside, stolen away now by Gensler. Gensler coming down, knocked away by Watson, picked up in the corner by Gensler. Double team, pass to the baseline. Updike doubled up, and he stepped on the end line. Stryker leads 2-0. We've played 28 seconds into quarter number 1 at WMTR. Larry Christie with Neil Spangler. Baseball pass down the floor. Kraus scoring and overthrowing at Archbold with their second turnover. Stolen right back, though, by Watson. Pump fake whistle. He's bumped and fouled by Joel Gensler. So the teams quickly exchange turnovers there. 2 quick ones for Archbold. And Stryker now with 2. Will not be a shooting foul. Archbold will inbound. Eric Grieser will do that. Archbold's fine senior point guard. Flips inside, got Kraus loose, puts it up off glass and in. Full court Archbold pressure, inbounds pass to Gensler. He'll give it right back up now to Zach Wise. The sophomore picked up a whistle and a foul. Eric Grieser fouled him in backcourt. Trying to slap it away, called for the reach. So each team with a quick personal. So the Panthers will inbound. Andrew Updike, 6-foot junior. Again, Stryker very young. 3 sophomores in the starting lineup, a junior and a senior. Right side, that senior Gensler with the ball, and he's bumped and fouled by Brian Meyer. A lot of fouls in the JV game, which was won by Archbold 63-34. In the varsity game, they get right up with 3 quick fouls here in the opening 47 seconds. 2 on the Bluestreaks, 1 on the Panthers. Andrew Updike will inbound. Flips it outside for Craig DeGroff. Craig, a good little outside shooter, 42% from 3-point range. Zach Wise left side to Gensler, mishandled momentarily. Picks it up, flips cross court inside Wise. Good feed to Mueller, but he missed the bunny. Gets his own rebound. Back up, blocked again by Mueller, up and in. Fouled by Nofziger. The bucket will count. Good effort by Blake Mueller. He missed the bunny blue, got his rebound, put it back up. That one was rejected by Nofziger. Got it again, put it up and in and drew the foul. So Blake Mueller going to the line to shoot the free throw. 58% free throw shooter. Only been at the line 12 times, surprisingly enough. Free throw up and in. He completes the 3-point play. Panthers lead 5-2. Grieser into the middle now, clears the timeline. Goes to the right side, penetrates, pulls up off glass from 10, no good. Tip, no good. Now tipped out of bounds. And apparently last touch by Andrew Updike of Stryker. Archbold will have it. Eric Grieser will inbound. Flips left side, down low, Nofziger whistle, and apparently was bumped from behind by Blake Mueller before he put the jump hook up and in. Boy, they could have called him close. Going to have to watch it closely. That's the first on the big fella for the Panthers. 5 fouls called here in the first minute 14. Bounce pass outside Brian Meyer. Open 3-pointer off, no good. Rebound tapped around, loose on the floor, and out near the timeline, picked up Grieser, mishandled. Now we're going to get a jump ball. Rugby scrum ensues. Archbold will have it. Possession arrow favoring the Bluestreaks here. Panthers had got the opening tip. 5-2 Stryker, 6:37 to go. Quarter number 1. Eric Watson will inbound. Gives it up now to Eric Grieser. Greaser picked up outside by Wise, goes to the left side. Looking in for Knopfsinger, whistle, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul, and let's check it out. It's on Knopfsinger, apparently. His second foul, so Chad Knopfsinger's picked up 2 quick ones. Here comes Mitch Gehrig. Where to get these 2 guys from? I've talked to the athletic director about that. They're calling everything. Not saying they're not fouls. But, boy, the player's going to have to adjust because they're going to really call him close. Inbounds pass to Gensler. Pressured in backcourt, flips the pass head now to DeGroff. Craig on the dribble on the right side. Flips outside, nearly mishandled, but picked up by Gensler. Penetrating down the lane now, got off balance, ball loose, picked up by Mueller. He'll put it up and in. 7-2 Stryker. Bounce pass, Greaser, picked up now by Wise. Greaser up and over the timeline. Goes to the baseline, stops, flips the pass, deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with Archbold. 5:57 to go. Quarter number 1, Panthers off to a good start, leading 7-2. Greaser inbounding now, Watson, back to Greaser in the baseline. He'll bring it outside. Down low, Gehrig now, double team, baseline turnaround up good, but the foul may have occurred prior to that, and that's going to be number 2 on Blake Mueller. Well, the benches better be ready tonight for both clubs. It'll be a common foul before the shot. Mueller quickly gets his second. Knopfsinger already on the Archbold bench with 2, the 2 big fellas for the 2 teams. Right side here is Watson with it. Swings cross court to Krause. Baseline pulls up from 12, shot partially blocked, and a foul is going to be called on Andrew Updike. At this rate, we're going to be here a while, folks. Sit back and relax. Tim Krause will shoot 2 free throws for the Bluestreaks. On the year, Tim a 75% free thrower, 6 out of 8. 6'1" junior pushes it up and in. 3rd point for the Bluestreaks. Krause has all 3. Jared Myers, a 6'3" junior, replaces Blake Mueller. Blake has 5 out of the 7 Stryker points. He sits down with the 2 quick fouls. Second toss up and in for Krause. Stryker 7, Archbold 4. Updike inbounding now to Wise. The young sophomore bounces ahead left side to Gensler. Gensler bounces back out to Wise. Wise gives it up on top to DeGroff. Craig crossover dribble, right side pass goes over to Wise in the wing. On top, Myers has it around to the left side over to Gensler. Penetrating, good bounce pass over inside, put up by Updike, no good. Rebounded by Krause. Krause brings it out of there himself, flips the pass head to Watson, knocked away but picked up by Watson. Back outside, Krause. Over to Watson on the wing. Inside now to Gehrig, spin move, little turnaround up and in. Mitch Gehrig gets his first bucket. Archbold draws to within a point at 7-6. Full court pressure, Archbold. With the ball in backcourt, here's Wise. Double team, needs help, bounces the head down to DeGroff. And a whistle, he's bumped along the sideline and fouled by Watson. Already the team's 5th.
Archbold still, they had 5 fouls. 2 of them have been, 60 feet from the basket and 145, which just is not very smart.
Updike will inbound. Does so to Wise, who's picked up by Greaser. To the right side now, gets into the double team, flips down low. Myers wide open, missed it, got too far under, rebound, loose on the floor, and Tim Krause had it, but he was laying out of bounds. Or check at Eric Watson, but his shoulder was out of bounds, so it'll belong to the Panthers. Great opportunity squandered there by Stryker. I don't know, somebody get a hand on that ball from behind blue, couldn't tell for sure. Updike to inbound, does so through the hands of Myers, but right out to DeGroff, is off the deflection. Sophomore goes to the top, around to the right side over to Wise. Wise dribbling with Greaser on him. Right side slapped away by Greaser and out of bounds. One thing the young sophomores for Stryker, they'll be pressured hard by the Archbold guards, in particular Greaser. Updike inbounds outside now to Gensler. Gensler played a lot of point last year, played a little more wing this year. He'll have to help with the ball handling tonight here, as he certainly can do. He'll fire a three from 20 feet and hits it. Stryker 10, Archbold 6. Bluestreaks down in a hurry. Shot put up by Watson. He's fouled. They're going to call this one against Gensler, and that's his second foul. Paul Cruz will report into the Archbold lineup. Stryker substitution, another one of those sophomores. Jordan Rufer at 5'9" will check in. Paul Cruz, Jay Dominic will be making their first appearances for Archbold after the first of 2 free throws from Eric Watson. First one on the way, up and in. That's his first point of the night. Watson, a 71% free throw shooter. He's been at the line. This is 25th and 6th attempts. Meyer and Kraus get a breather here for Archbold. Stryker 10, Archbold 7, 4:06 to go, and a foul-plagued first quarter. Each team already has 5 of them. Second one up rolls off. Rebounded by the Panthers, Jared Myers. Eventually into the hands now of Zach Wise, and bumped and fouled in backcourt by Eric Grieser, his second foul. Here comes Brock Beck into the Archbold lineup. Halfway through the first quarter, we've had 11 personal fouls called. Andrew Updike will inbound. Does so now to Zach Wise. Picked up by Brock Beck. Flips a pass ahead to Craig DeGroff. Stryker by 3, 10-7. Wise around to the right side to pass over to Rufer. On top, Myers has it. Myers gives it up to DeGroff. Flips over now to Rufer. Rufer to the baseline. Cut off there. Jordan looks for help. Swings it back outside. Starting a drive now. Wise on the wing left. Pushes one up. Partially blocked. Rebound put up and in, though, by Jared Myers. 12-7. Beck pushes it ahead to Cruz. He'll stop. Wait for help. Back to Beck. Beck dribbling outside, being pressured now to the right side, bounces over to Cruz. Back out now to Beck into the lane. Foul line jumper, short, no good. Beck with his rebound, puts it back up a little hard off glass. Follow up, no good. Mitch Gary got it rimming it out. Rebounded by the Panthers, Zach Wise. Wise up and over the timeline, right side to pass will go over to DeGroff, and a whistle inside away from the play. And an offensive foul is going to be called, I believe, on Andrew Updike. That's his second foul. 2:59 to go, quarter number 1. Panthers 12, Bluestreaks 7. Brian Meyer will report back into the Archbold lineup here, as Eric Watson gets his first breather for the Bluestreaks. Jay Dominic will inbound. Stryker will pressure now. Each team with 6 fouls already. 1-1. Bonus opportunity from this point on for both. Brock Beck pressured in backcourt by Zach Wise. Beck over the timeline. Right side over to Cruz. Cruz on top now to Dominic. Left side to Beck. Inside now Gehrig down on the low block. Turnaround 8-footer up and in. His fourth point, 12-9. Panthers by 3. Updike to Wise. Full court pressure by Archbold. Strikers handle it beautifully thus far. Here's Wise up. Mishandled the dribble, but it goes into the hands of Rufer. Splits a couple of defenders. In the lane from 10. Jumper up and in. Jordan Rufer with a bucket, 14-9. Beck swings over to Dominic, who clears the timeline. Left side over to Meyer down low on the block. Double team on Gehrig. Back out now to Meyer. Left side pulls up in the wing. Jumper off glass, no good. Meyer with a rebound, and they're going to call a bump and a foul on Craig DeGroff, which will send Brian Meyer to the line with a 1-1.
Stryker 6 of 10, nearly going with 1-3, so they're doing a very good job. As you said, really, they're handling Archbold's press very well, too. They're taking their time, getting the ball to the middle of the floor, which is important, and Archbold's picking up senseless fouls 50 feet from the basket.
Myers only been at the line 6 times through the first 5 games for Archbold. He's hit 4 out of 6. Gensler back in, giving Zach Wise a breather for the Panthers. Brian Meyer shoots 1-1. Stryker by 5, 14-9 with 2:07 to go. Free throw up and in. Foul plagued first quarter, both ways. Battle of of attrition here before this one's over, perhaps. Both big kids, Blake Mueller for Stryker, Chad Nofziger for Archbold, picked up 2 quick fouls. They're on the bench. Meyer hits the second free throw. Archbold draws back to within 3. Inbounds pass to Groff. Splits the defense. 2-on-1. Pass off the foot now of Myers, picked up by Gehrig for Archbold. Panthers had a chance there, and the 2-on-1 couldn't convert. Instead, they turn it over. Back into the lane. Side now to Dominic. Little turnaround 8-footer up, no good. Rebound cleared out of there now by DeGroff for the Panthers. He'll lob ahead to Gensler. Gensler right up the middle. Splits the defenders. Pass deflected. Loose on the floor. Outside DeGroff will fire a 3. It bounces outside. Meyer ahead now to Dominic for the breakaway lay-in. Good. Jade Dominic gets his first basket. Stryker in transition. 2-on-1. Gensler down the left side of the hole. Puts it up off glass and good. Good transition by the Panthers. 16-13 Stryker. Back the other way for Archbold into the corner. We're going to get a whistle and a bump. Let's see. This is going to be on Rufer. If it's on Gensler, it'd be his third. They were both there. It's on Gensler. Oh, my word. His third foul. Zach Wise back in immediately along with Jeff Storr, a 6'1 senior. Kruger makes his first appearance. Ohio State and Iowa tied 33 apiece. Late first half. Brock Beck shoots 1-and-1. Free throw up, bounces, rolls, good. I believe that was his first attempt of the year at the foul line. It was. 16-14 Stryker, minute 19 to go in the quarter. Second one up and in. Beck hits the pair. 16-15. Inbounds pass coming down to Craig DeGroff. Back over to Zach Wise, the 2 sophomores at the guard spots. Wise doing a good job handling the pressure. Now he throws it away, though. Tried to go down low for Storr. 5th Panther turnover. Wasn't the press that stopped him, Blue. That time just a little too hot and too high to handle for Storr.
I said Stryker doing a very good job against the press. I said getting the ball to the middle of the floor where they got more options is the key.
More options, more room. 16-15. Archbold down by a point. Back into the lane, back out. Meyer for 3. Off the mark. Air ball, as a matter of fact. Rebounded by the Panthers. Andrew Updike. He'll give it up to Zach Wise. Wise, pressured by Beck, goes behind the back on the dribble, clears the timeline. Right side pass over to DeGroff. On the wing, comes to the middle to the top. Swings over to Rufer. 35 seconds left first quarter. Rufer gives it up now to Wise. Stryker leads by a point. Milking the clock here, perhaps for the final shot if they can get it. Archbold trying to double team. They can't get it. Wise wisely gets out of there. Here's a pass deflected, but picked up now by Rufer. Rufer to the right side. 18 seconds. Flips back outside to Wise. Good job by the Panthers here with 14 seconds to go. Wise has the ball. Stryker playing for the last shot. Whistler Opie walked with the ball as he started to drive with 9.4 seconds left. It'll go back over to the Bluestreaks in the 6th Panther turnover. Jay Dominic will inbound for the Bluestreaks at 3-quarter court. Does so now to Brock Beck. Beck will bring it up and over the timeline. Picked up by Wise. High post now to Dominic. He'll give it up. Meyer. Long 3 on the way. Rolls out. Tipped up. No good by Dominic. Buzzer sounds into the quarter. Stryker leads 16-15. Back in a minute. By 1 at the end of 1.
Bluestreaks are very cold. 4 of 13 for 30%. 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Kept a minute. Stryker 7 of 12 with 1-3 in the first period there. So the Panthers doing a fine job.
Especially in lieu of the fact they played about 5 minutes without Blake Mueller, who got his second foul. Here's Greaser back into the Archbold lineup, slapping it away, but Wise able to control. Outside now, Rufer starting a drive, cut off, double team. Flips back out now to DeGroff. DeGroff looks for help. Out front for Rufer. Rufer to the left wing. There's a pass deflected by Krause, who's re-entered for Archbold. Picked up though by Wise. Whistle, and the ball was kicked by the Bluestreaks. Panthers will keep it. 7:32 to go first half. 16-15 Panthers. Blake Mueller had 5 quick points before getting those 2 fouls. Chad Nofziger back into the Archbold lineup. He got 2 even quicker than Mueller did. With the ball outside now, here's DeGroff. Double team. Craig needs help. Pass deflected. Stolen by Greaser. 1-on-1. Going to the hole. Knocked away nicely by Jordan Rufer and out of bounds. Rufer saving an easy 2 That time for Archbold with a fine defensive play on Eric Greaser. Eric will inbound. Parents' night crowd here at Archbold. A little on the sparse side this Tuesday night with the inclement weather. To the corner, here's Kraus pulling up now. Forces the shot up. Somebody got a hand on it. Rebounded by the Panthers. Updike out of there with it. He'll give it up now to Wise. Wise picked up by Greaser, who's playing with 2 fouls. He got 2 fairly quickly. Outside Storrs jumper. Kicks out, no good. Ball loose, picked up by Roofer out near the timeline for the Panthers. Now we got a whistle inside and a pushing foul against Archbold's Derek Kruger. His first. It'll be a 1-and-1 for the Panthers. 6:52 to go. Neither team has scored here in the first minute 8 of quarter number 2. Jeff Storr to shoot the 1-and-1. Jeff 3 out of 8 at the foul line on the year thus far, 38%. 6'1" senior, averaging 3.6 a ball game. 3 toss up, good. 17-15 Stryker. We'll try to make it a 3-point cushion here for the blue and white. 3 toss, airborne up and good. Stryker by 3. Inbounds pass to Greaser. Brings it up and over the timeline. Bouncing down low. Knopfsinger, little turnaround air ball from 4 feet. Too hard. Rebound weak side by Roofer. Archbold ice cold tonight, much like the weather. With the ball down, Zach Wise brings it up the floor. Covered closely by Greaser. Pass deflected by Kraus and out of bounds. So the Panthers with a 3-point lead will inbound right in front of the Archbold bench. Andrew Updike will inbound. So does Zach Wise. Wise picked up by Greaser. Goes left side over to Roofer. Roofer on top, Storr. Cut off now on the double team. Pass goes left side to Roofer to the baseline on the dribble. Brings it back to the wing. Goes baseline again. Cuts run. Nice pass into the lane. Storr puts it up. No good. Rebound. Roofer back up and in as he knocked it away from one of the Bluestreaks who had cleared the ball off. Kruger, I believe. Baseline now. Here's Kraus going in from 8. No good. Rebound. Meyer, no good, but he's fouled. May have been, well, they're going to say not in the act of shooting. Foul occurred on the floor. Stryker leads 20-15 with 2 minutes gone in period number 2. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Brian Meyer. Jeff Storr's first foul. Stryker with their 2 leading scorers, Blake Mueller, Joel Gensler on the bench, really hanging tough.
Archbold just not into any kind of offensive flow yet, and they say Stryker's doing a fine job. They're moving the ball well and doing a lot right.
Free throw up and in. 3rd point for Meyer, all at the foul line. 6'2" sophomore, leads Archbold in scoring at 14.2. Greaser second at 14. Neither has a field goal thus far. Second one up and in. 3-point Stryker lead. Here's Wise flipping ahead now to Roofer. Roofer brings it up quickly. Going to stop in the wing. Looks for help into the lane. Now Wise gets loose. Had it slapped away and out of bounds. Updike will inbound. Flips on the wing. Storr with a jumper partially blocked. Rebound loose and out of bounds off Eric Greaser of Archbold. Knopfsinger, I believe, got a hand on the shot. Panthers by 3 at the 5:48 mark. Quarter number 2. Bounce pass into the lane. Now Updike gets free, goes in, pushes it up off glass and good. 22-17 Panthers. Greaser to Dominic, left side to Meyer. High post up. He throws it away. Picked out of there now by Wise. Bouncing over all alone to DeGroff will lay it up and good. Timeout Archbold. 5:25 to go. Quarter number 2. Panthers lead 24-17. We'll be right back. Period number 2, Blue, and Archbold timeout. Bluestreaks trail the Panthers by 7.
Easy to see. Archbold's 4 of 16 from the floor. Stryker is 10 of 17, so therein might lie the difference.
And Stryker doing it with their 2 big guns on the bench in foul trouble. Greaser goes right side over to Watson. Watson around to the right side of Greaser, who's picked up now by DeGroff. Archbold not getting much ball movement at all. Stryker doing a nice job defensively. Bounce pass down low. Gehrig mishandled it. He fell down, picked up by Stryker. Roofer the other way. Send it back outside now for Zach Wise. Wise over to DeGroff. Stryker only 1-6, but they've been competitive in almost all of them except the opener with Edgerton. Outside with it now is Storr. Storr goes over to Roofer. Stryker being patient with the ball. Roofer penetrates, baseline bounce. Updike's 5-foot runner is up and in. Stryker by 9, 26-17. Greaser the other way now for Archbold. To the wing, they'll fire the jumper from 17, and he gets his first bucket of the night. 26-19. 4:22 to go first half. Here's Wise. Gets away from the double team inside all alone. Storr. He'll put it up no good, but draws the foul from Dominic. Archbold really struggling with their post defense right now. Panthers able to get it inside for very high percentage shots. Got a good job again that time by the Panthers. Jeff Storr to shoot 2 at the line. 4:14 to go here in the first half. Stryker 26, Archbold 19. Free throw on the way up, rolls, good. 3 points for Jeff Storr, 3 out of 3 at the charity stripe. Panthers have hit all 4 of theirs at the line. Archbold has hit 9 out of 10, I believe. Second one up, rolls, good. Substitution, Chad Knopfsinger back into the Archbold lineup along with Brock Beck. Dominic and Greaser will sit. 8 or 9 point Panther lead. Gehrig will inbound to Beck. Beck will bring it up the floor now for the Bluestreaks, picked up by Wise. Right side over to Meyer. Meyer. Down, there's a pass in now to Knopfsinger from Gehrig, and he's bumped and fouled. Storr. That's the 10th team foul. It'll be a double bonus. 2 free attempts for Chad Knopfsinger was scoreless here in the first half. 4:03 to go in the first half. Free throw on the way, no good, well short of the mark, just caught the front end of the rim. Coming into the game, Knopfsinger was at 55% at the line. Second one, this one's too hard, rolls off. Gehrig with a rebound, but he may have been over the back of Storr, and that's the call. His first foul, they'll walk to the other end where Jeff Storr will shoot the 1-and-1. He's hit his first 4. 4:03 to go. He can make it a double-digit Panther lead right here. Stryker just totally outplaying, out hustling Archbold here in the first half. Jeff Storr with a 1-and-1. Doesn't look like the same Archbold team that beat out of Glendorf, does it? Free throw up. This one is no good. Gehrig with a rebound. Let's wait and see. Well, it must have been an Archbold foul. He missed the free throw. It's supposed to be a 1-and-1. I don't know what the call was here. Archbold had gathered in the rebound. Well, it's going to be a 1-and-1 again. Must have waved the first one off, so all I can figure out, Blue. For whatever reason, I'm not sure, but he'll get another opportunity. Free throw up and in. 29-19 Stryker. 6'1" senior Jeff Storr doing a job off the bench. Second one up, perfect again. He has nailed all 6 free throws. Stryker by 11, 30-19. Beck comes down right side. Watson will try a 3 off the mark, no good. Rebound. Battled for into the corner. Watson has it. Knocks it off the leg of Updike and out of bounds. Stryker said Watson was out of bounds when he threw it in. The Panther fans unhappy about the call. At any rate, it'll go to the Bluestreaks. Beck will inbound. Shoots it into the corner to Meyer. Meyer on the wing pulls up from 12 and hits the jumper. His first bucket, his 6th point. 30-21. Up the right side comes Roofer on the dribble. Stryker again's done a fine job against the pressure. There's a pass right side knocked away by Beck and out of bounds. Updike will inbound from side court. Looks for help. Shoots it over the head of his target, but run down by DeGroff. He was trying to get it to Wise. Craig will bring it up and over the timeline. Right side pass goes over to Rufer to the baseline. Cut off there by Gehrig. Back out. Storr open from 16. Jumper off the mark. No good. Rebound. Battled for. Loose in the corner. And it goes out of bounds. Nope, a travel. Jeff Storr picked it up. He was on the floor. He's called for the travel. So it goes back over to Archbold. Brock Beck will bring it up the floor for the Bluestreaks. Down by 9 with 3:15 to go first half. Beck bouncing in now. Knopfsinger, a little turnaround 5-footer, won't go. Rebound. Gehrig puts it back up and in. Archbold with very much of a height advantage with Mueller on the bench. Stryker much, much smaller than Archbold. With the ball now, Zach Wise. Picked up by Brock Beck. 2:50 to play, first half. Baseline now, Rufer goes in. He's double teamed. Bounces over now on the baseline. Shot put up, partially blocked by Knopfsinger, rebounded by Gehrig. Gehrig will flip it ahead now. Watson going to the hole all the way, laying it up and in. Eric Watson, and we're going to get a Stryker timeout, I believe. 2.5 minutes to go, first half. Archbold back to within 5 after scoring 6 unanswered. 30-25 Panthers. We'll be right back. Blue Archbold much bigger on the floor, although now Chad Knopfsinger will sit down. But they were 6'5", 6'4", with Blake Mueller out of there at 6, not in the, because of fouls, and Jared Meyer sitting. Stryker's tallest player was Jeff Storr at 6'1". Full court pressure. Updike finally gets it in now to Craig DeGroff. Picked up in backcourt by Meyer. DeGroff in the crossover dribble, still in backcourt. Clears the timeline ahead to Jordan Rufer. Rufer outside now for Wise. Stryker has 3 sophomores out the floor right now. And their top sophomore on the bench with 2 quick fouls in that first period, Blake Mueller. DeGroff left side now over to Wise. He'll fire from 17. Rolls, no good. Rebounded by Gehrig, and he fell down. I think he felt he was pushed. Doesn't matter. He'll be called for the travel. Stryker will have it. Andrew Updike will inbound. 2:04 to play first half. Zach Wise will do the inbounding. Shoots it outside now into the lane. Going in Storr, gives it to Wise. Back out to DeGroff for 3 on the way off the mark. No good. Watson rebounds. Gives it up to Beck. Beck pressured by Rufer in backcourt. Clears the timeline. Goes over to Meyer. Meyer cross court down low. Watson inside. Whistle. Offensive foul on Eric Watson. His second. Bluestreaks guilty of the violation. Their second straight turnover. Their 4th of the quarter. 1:47 to go first half. Panthers 30, Bluestreaks 25. Bounce pass and immediately a whistle and a foul, and this one's going to go against Archbold. It'll be a double bonus, of course. Got to wait and see who they called this one on. Brock Beck, his first. Jordan Rufer will shoot a couple of free throws. He's hit all 5 free throws he's attempted this season. 5'9" sophomore, averaging about 3 points a ball game. He has 4 thus far in the first half. Free throw on the way up and in, and he drilled that one. Stryker 8 out of 8 in the first half at the foul line. Archbold is, I believe, 8 out of 11 or 9 out of 12. I'd have to check it real quick. 9 out of 12. Second one on the way. Bounces, rolls, good. Stryker by 7, 1:45 to go. Beck with the ball. Goes into the corner now to Meyer. Had it knocked away, and Meyer lost it off his hand out of bounds. Back over to the Panthers. Updike will inbound. Needs help. Finds it from Rufer. 3-on-2 pass deflected, loose in the lane. Picked up now by Stryker. Rufer had it knocked away by Beck. Picked up by Rufer, knocked out of bounds by Beck. Panthers will keep it. Archbold trying to pick up the pressure defensively, but Stryker doing a good job. Tim Krause back into the Bluestreak lineup. Brian Meyer will sit down with 1.5 minutes to go first half. Pass into the lane. Here's Storr from 16 with a jumper up and good. Jeff Storr with 8 points. That ties his career high. 34-25. Stryker back up by 9. Back on the drive over to Cruz. He'll try a long 3 and hit. Paul Cruz hits a 3 for Archbold. Their first 3 of the night. 34-28. Roofer with 1:10 to go goes behind the back of the dribble. Picked up by Cruz. Roofer swings over now to Wise into the lane. Mishandled. Had the ball slapped away. Loose picked up now and knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Bluestreaks. I believe Jay Dominic trying to tap it ahead. Tapped it out of bounds as he was hustling to try to keep it in play. Updike will inbound. Alongside court near the timeline. He'll do so now to Roofer. Roofer coming up, picked up by Cruz. Back outside with 53 seconds to go to Zach Wise. Stryker leads by 6. 50 seconds left in the period. Pass now up through the hands of Roofer and out of bounds. Paul Cruz got a hand in there. May have deflected it just enough that Jordan Roofer couldn't handle it. So the Panthers turned it over. Only their second of the quarter. Beck brings it up now for Archbold. Archbold sets up with 40 seconds to go first half. Side now, Gehrig spin move. Little short jumper up, rolls off, no good, but draws the foul from Jeff Storr. And I believe that's his third, if indeed it's on Storr. Gehrig will be at the line to shoot 2. He has 6 points tonight. Gehrig is hit 7 out of 10 at the line this year. So that's foul number 3 on Jeff Storr, who's had a big first half for Stryker, filling in for Blake Mueller. Free throw up and in by Gehrig. His 7th point. Brian Ziegler couldn't ask for much more. Jeff Storr's given him in place of Blake Mueller.
He's done a fine job. As good as Mueller is, they really haven't missed him because they've handled the ball very well.
Second one up and in. Gehrig gets them both. He has 8 points. Updike to inbound. Does so now to DeGroff. Double team, ball stolen by Beck, and he's fouled by DeGroff with 31.8 seconds left, and Brock Beck will shoot 2. It's one of the very few times Archbold is forced to turnover in backcourt.
That's right. As I said, Stryker's done a great job on that, and I think Beck got maybe got the wind knocked out of him there, but as you said, they had the ball in the middle, but he got double teamed so quickly he had nowhere to go with it.
Brock Beck to shoot 2 free throws. With 31.8 seconds left first half, Panthers lead at 34-30. Stryker's biggest lead was 11. Archbold hadn't led in this one. I believe it was tied at 2-2. Brock Beck shooting 2 free throws. 5'7" junior. Has the first one up, rolling, bouncing, and good. Beck's first attempts at the line this year have come tonight, and he's hit all 3. Got a little iron on that one. Eric Greaser, Archbold starting point guard, got 2 quick fouls. He's had to sit much of the first half. Second one in and out and back in again. Full court Archbold pressure, inbounds pass now to DeGroff, picked up by Kraus. Over down to Wise. Zach, 5'9" sophomore, good little ball handler, brings it up and over behind the dribble. Behind the back with the dribble, rather. Over to Roofer. Roofer on top, guarded by Cruz, 17 seconds. Double team goes over to Wise with it. Wise left wing, starting a drive to the baseline, bumped and fouled by Mitch Gehrig with 10.8 seconds left. Gehrig picks up his second foul. Here comes Dick Selgo with the goodies. 2 free throws coming up in the double bonus for Zach Wise. Thanks, Richard. You're a gentleman and a scholar. 2 shots, Zach Wise looking for his first points of the night. He hadn't scored, but boy's done a nice job of handling the pressure for Stryker. Only a sophomore. Brian Ziegler, so many good young players. Free throw up and in. Back into the, here's Ruben Knapp replacing Jeff Storr. Storr sits with the 3 fouls. We've used Derek Goebel. He's been injured, a 6-foot sophomore, another sophomore, but has not played here tonight. Free throw, Zach Wise. Second one, 10.8 seconds to go. Has it up and no good with this one. Rebounded by Jade Dominic. 35-32. Back across the timeline and throws it away. Knapp flips the pass ahead, and he throws it right back to Dominic. And there's the buzzer ending the first half. Panthers 35, Bluestreaks 32. A halftime report brought to you by Powernet Internet Service. 35-32. Panthers by 3. Third quarter, here's Blue. And, of course, we're going to see Blake Mueller and, well, we see Joel Gensler. That's the question with 3 fouls. It appears not for Stryker.
Stryker leads it by 3. Larry said they played very well the first half. Bluestreaks with the ball, trailing it by 3. Greaser in backcourt. Stryker been the man-to-man throughout. Archbold holds the ball, looks inside. Gehrig, no shot. Now he throws it away. 7:47 to go, third period action. Stryker by 3. Archbold on full court pressure all night, but as Larry said, Stryker doing a fine job against it. Jordan Roofer with the ball in backcourt. He clears the timeline now. Draws the double team, knocked loose in backcourt, and a foul is going to be called on Brian Meyer. Going for the loose ball, he bumped into Greg DeGroff. Andrew Updike will do the inbounding. 7:34 to go in the third, still no score in this period. 35-32, Stryker with the lead. Updike looks for somebody, still looks, and now he gets it in. Almost loose. DeGroff with the ball. Back to Updike. Updike clears the timeline. Roofer on the wing, turns down the 3. Back to Wise, top of the circle. Brian Rex says, let's set the offense up here. Inside, Mueller draws a double team, and we're in a jump ball situation. It's going to stay with Stryker. Mueller tried to spin, and Chad Knopfsinger held his ground and created the jump ball. Mitch Gehrig's going to try and take it out, but I don't think the referees will allow that. Zach Wise will take it out of bounds for the Panthers. Here's Mueller with it, no shot, flips in the corner, 14-footer, put up and in by Jordan Roofer. He has 8. 5-point Panther lead, 37-32. Bluestreaks down, short jumper, put up no good by Watson. Rebound loose on the floor, picked up by Mueller to Roofer. Watson couldn't get that to drop. Zach Wise walks it up for the Panthers. They lead by 5, 37-32, 6:50 to go in the third. Wise, cross-court Roofer. He stops, gives to Updike. Updike tries to go one-on-one. He's going to be called for the travel. He lost his balance there. 6:40 to go in the third. Stryker by 5. Well, Friday night we'll be at Wauseon, I do believe. Friday night, Larry, Swanton, Wauseon. That's right, Wauseon Defiance Saturday. We don't get to Defiance. Defiance has a fine team this year. Bluestreaks trail by 5 with the ball. Knopfsinger way outside to Greaser. Greaser looks for somebody. Brian Meyer, his long 3 on the way. Bounces no good. Knopfsinger, I believe, picked up his 3rd personal foul. Chad Knopfsinger, foul number 3. Archbold cold coming out here, not getting the shot. Stryker. Wise gets it in. Nice pass ahead, Roofer. Stryker 3-on-2, slows it down. Roofer, bounce past Mueller, back to Roofer. Nice shot up and in. Nice give and go that time. Stryker by 7, 39-32. Gehrig. Watson holds high on the wing. Greaser top of the circle. Archbold having all kinds of trouble getting into any kind of offense. Now, Greaser drives all the way. His running one-hander up and in. Greaser's 2nd field goal of the night. He has 4, 39-34. Panthers by 5. Jordan Roofer in backcourt. Draws a double team. Ahead to Groff. Inside Mueller. His running one-hander up, no good. Tip, no good. Brian Meyer pulls it down for the Bluestreaks. Cross-court Greaser. Greaser stops, fires a 16-footer. That and bounces no good. Updike high for the rebound. And I believe Eric Watson's called for the foul. I don't know. He said, I was just lying there on the floor. All right. Eric Watson picks up his 3rd. Grouse wants to know what he did. So it will be the Panthers' ball. They lead by 5, 39-34, 5:23 to go in the third. Gensler back into the lineup. But he got 3 quick fouls. The seniors out there. All right, referees put the ball in play. Gensler clears the timeline against Knopfslinger, drives all the way. Knopfslinger, nice block in the corner, saved by Watson, but the referee says Greaser was out of bounds when he saved it. So it'll belong to Stryker. Chad Knopfslinger made a big save there. Stryker by 5 with the ball. Updike. Baseball pass into Gensler. Gensler has the ball knocked loose by Greaser. Greaser drives all the way, lays it up and in. Quick hands by Eric Greaser. Draws the Bluestreaks back to within 3 at the 5-minute mark of the third. Archbold still not able to tie, or Stryker doing a good job every time down. There's a ball knocked loose, but Gehrig picks up the foul. Mitch Gehrig picks up his third. Archbold has 4 team fouls, Stryker none. Jay Dominic into the Bluestreak lineup for Chad Knopfslinger. Now Knopfslinger, Watson, and Gehrig each has 3 for the Bluestreaks. Zach Wise back in. Craig DeGroff gets a breather. Boy, those 2 have played well. 2 sophomores handling the ball well. Wise in backcourt against Greaser. Panthers by 3. Roofer on the wing. Baseline drive, can't get inside. Back out front, Gensler. His nice pass on the wing, laid up and in by Blake Mueller. Mueller with 7. Nice pass that time inside. Mueller all alone. Greaser clears the timeline. High post. Dominic with the ball. Greaser drives all the way, running one-hander up, no good. Ball loose on the floor. And I believe Eric Watson just picked up his 4th personal foul. That's the team's 5th. Stryker still with none. Doug Krause shakes his head. Andrew Updike will do the inbounding for the Panthers. And he is going to be called for a line violation. He was leaning forward and couldn't keep his balance, and he stepped over the line. Paul Cruz comes in as Eric Watson sits down with 4. It's been all Stryker here tonight. They lead by 5. Greaser looks for somebody. Cruz in the corner. Meyer top of the circle. Done a good job on him. Cruz with the ball. Nearly loses. Gives to Greaser. 4:10 to go in the third. Stryker 41, Archbold 36. Greaser can't get inside. Long 3 on the way, put up front of the rim, no good. Gehrig offensive rebound up, no good. Meyer offensive rebound, no good. Loose on the floor. Gehrig puts it up and in. Archbold had about 4 shots at it there. Couldn't get anything to drop. Here's a all alone. Gensler lays it up and in. The Stryker beat Archbold down the floor. 43-38 Panthers. Archbold had about 4 attempts there. Greaser drives all the way. Looks for somebody. Meyer, his short jumper up and in. Brian Meyer has 10. 43-40. Panthers still by 3. 3:25 to go in the third. Updike clears the timeline easily. Looks for somebody. Ball knocked loose. Picked up by Gehrig of the Bluestreaks. He stops. He said, I shot a 3 before. I don't want to now. Archbold trails by 3 with 3:13 to go in the third. Cruz. Eric Greaser, top of the circle, looks for somebody. Greaser starts to go one-on-one. He stops, short jumper up and in. Eric Greaser draws the Bluestreaks to within 1. 43-42. And the whistles are blowing for some reason. Larry will tell you why.
It shouldn't have blown because there was no stoppage in the action there. A ball went through the hole. Referee stopped the action for whatever reason. Neil, I think to try to let somebody in from the scorer's table. It should not have happened, but we've seen some strange ones tonight. Brian Ziegler looking for an interpretation of that one himself right now. Can't say that I blame him. Hope he'll tell us later.
And now they're going to let the Bluestreak substitutes in. Now Okay, Stryker by 1, 43-42, 2:55 to go in the third. I guess we're all set now. Greaser with 3 fielders, Meyer with 2 in this period. They've drawn the Bluestreaks back to within 1. Jordan Rufer has 2 field goals. Joel Gensler 1 and Blake Mueller 1 for the Panthers. Here's Gensler in the corner. Mueller. He's shot put up off the glass, no good. Tip, no good. Krause with the rebound for the Bluestreaks, out to Cruz. Archbold looking for their first lead. Here's the ball knocked loose by Gensler, but it goes out of bounds. 2:35 to go in the third. Stryker by 1, 43-42. Finally getting a game in here after all the cancellations we had last weekend. Tim Krause with the ball, gives it to Eric Greaser. Bluestreaks looking for their first lead of the night. Greaser wants to go one-on-one, has the ball knocked loose. It's off his hip, still loose on the floor. Picked up by Gensler. He's out for the Panthers, 3-on-2. Nice pass, shot, put up and in. Andrew Jordan, his 8th point. Back to a 3-point Stryker lead at the 2:14 mark. Jay Dominic to Paul Cruz. Turns down the 3. Tim Krause, top of the circle. Gives to Eric Greaser. 2 to go in the third. Stryker 45, Archbold 42. Greaser with it outside. Looks for somebody. Paul Cruz. Cruz back to Greaser. Archbold still having trouble generating any offense. Kruger with the ball, top of the circle. Eric Greaser had the ball knocked or slipped, and the ball got away from him. Gensler bounced pass ahead Updike. Minute and a half to go in the third. Stryker by 3, 45-42. Wise with the ball. Zach dribbles, can't get inside. Cross court to Jordan Rufer. Gensler. His pass knocked loose, picked off by Tim Krause. Tim needs help. He dribbled the ball. I thought he dribbled the ball, but he didn't. Now he clears the timeline. Gets to Eric Greaser. Minute to go in the third. Still the Panthers by 3. Tim Krause with it outside. Bounce pass Kruger. Inside pass. And a foul inside. The first one of the period on the Panthers. It's a cheer from the Archbold sideline. Because that was John Joel Gensler, and that's his 4th. Brock Beck into the Bluestreak lineup. Craig DeGroff coming back in, probably for Gensler, who picked up his 4th. Give Stryker credit, they came in 1-6 tonight, and they have just played very, very well against the Bluestreaks. They've done everything they possibly could for Brian Ziegler. Brock Beck looks for somebody. Still looks. Ball loose on the floor. Still loose on the floor and thrown away. Stryker up with it. Jordan Rufer on the wing. Flips back to Zach Wise. Rufer in the corner. Stryker by 3 with 35 to go on the third. They led by 3 at the end of the half, so they've more than held their own right here. Wise with it. 22 to go in the period. To Jordan Rufer. Boy, he's had a fine game for Stryker. Rufer starts a drive, can't get inside, draws a double team. Ball loose on the floor. Updike all alone, puts it up, no good, but gets his own rebound, and he's pushed and fouled with 9.6 seconds to go. So it'll be Stryker. That's a 6th team foul. Brock Beck picked up the foul. So Stryker will get the last shot here with 9.6 to go. Derek Goebel comes in here with the last 10 seconds. Bluestreaks trailed by 3 at half. They trail by 3 right now with 9.6 to go. Rufer looks for somebody. Still looks for somebody. DeGroff way outside. He's looking at the clock. He starts a drive. Flips inside. Nice pass up and in, and a foul. Goebel got a nice feed, and he put one up and was fouled with 3.3 to go. Kruger picked up the foul. Goble will try and give Stryker a 6-point lead with 3.3 to go. Jared Myers coming in here too for Mueller, so Mueller doesn't get his foul. Stryker fans have had a lot to cheer about tonight, and deservedly so. Free throw up and in. Stryker all of a sudden by 6. 48-42, 3 to go. Meyer flips to the corner. Cruz at the buzzer. Jumper up. I don't think it was any good, no. Oh, Doug Krause is going to get a tee. He's right out in the middle of the floor. The official wouldn't call it. End of the third quarter. Stryker 48, Archbold 42, and we'll be right back.
Basketball is a tradition at Wauseon High School, and speaking of tradition, Wauseon Woodworking has been in business for 61 years. They're still as handy as they've always been. They do the millwork you need, providing you with custom cabinets and furniture, wooden screens and storm windows, and even planing and sanding your lumber. Wauseon Woodworking carries name brand building materials and tools, Pittsburgh paints, electrical and plumbing supplies, and builders and household hardware. Wauseon Woodworking hopes you'll stop and visit them at 247 Brunel Street in Wauseon. For all of your home improvement needs, stop by Wauseon Woodworking, your local HWI Do-It-Best dealer, Jim Souter, manager.
How's your health? Your health insurance, that is. Today's rising medical costs can take a big bite out of your pocket. That's why it's important to have health insurance you can count on. Hi, I'm Jody Herman, your local State Farm agent. I can help you put together a health insurance program that's right for you, whether it's protection against the unexpected or funds to help you meet those extra expenses. You can count on me. Call me today at 445-8626 or see me in downtown Archbold for all your health insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Larry Christie with Neil Spangler. 48-42, the Panthers up by 6 as we go into the fourth quarter. Archbold possession. Greaser, Meyer, Cruz, Knopfsinger, and Garrick for Archbold. Outside Greaser from 19 off the mark, rebounded by Mueller. Mueller, Wise, Updike. Jared Myers back in there now for Stryker. On the baseline now, Updike. Pass deflected, loose, picked up outside by Roofer. Roofer left side, it goes over now, and whistle and a foul on Knopfsinger of Archbold, his fourth. Yeah, 1-1 for the Panthers, who lead by 6, 48-42. Blake Miller will go to the line, shooting the 1-1. Blake with 7 points, but again, Blake had to sit out most of the first half. Jay Dominic into the Archbold lineup, replacing Chad Knopfsinger. Miller shoots the 1-1. He's made his only free throw attempt that early in the first quarter in a 3-point play. Free throw up and good. 49-42. Archbold had cut it to 1 at 43-42. But Stryker has now scored 6 straight. Blake Miller trying to make it 7 in a row. Free throw rolls in and off. No good. Rebounded by Archbold's Jay Dominic. Outlet Eric Greaser pushes it up the floor now. Outside to Dominic. Right side over to Cruz. On top now Brian Meyer. Meyer, pass over now to Greaser, working 1-on-1 on Roofer. Roofer cuts him off. Greaser brings it back out on top. He'll stop, fire from 17, bounces, no good, whistle. And a pushing foul inside. What is this? They're going to call this on Stryker, simply because the board says Stryker 1 foul, Archbold 8. They called this on Blake Miller, I think. Fouled him about as much, Blue, as I fouled you right there, I think. At any rate, Archbold will keep it. Greaser will inbound. Pass goes outside over the timeline. Doesn't matter. Picked up by Brian Meyer. He nearly mishandled the dribble. It's guarded by Wise. Meyer, crossover dribble, pulls up 17-foot jumper up and in. 12 for Meyer. Full court pressure by Archbold. Strikers do. Good job for the most part. Whoa! Greg DeGrav almost dragged the pivot foot, but not quite. Roofer gives it up now to Wise. Boy, Zach Wise done a good job directing the Stryker attack, the young sophomore point guard. Right side of Roofer. Roofer bounces Left side, baseline going in as Wise. Reverse lay-in shot blocked apparently by Meyer, rebounded by Gehrig. Gehrig gives it up to Greaser. 5-point Stryker lead with 6:28 to go. Panthers 49, Bluestreaks 44. Strikers turned it into a half-court game, which is what they wanted here. There have been some flurries back and forth. Cruz on top now for Dominic, right side over to Greaser on the wing. Side Meyer starting to drive again. He's cut off nicely by Wise. Now he'll force up the jumper, no good, but draws the foul from the Panther sophomore. His first of the night. 2 shots for Brian Meyer, who has drained all 4 of his free throws. He has a dozen. He leads Archbold scores. Jordan Rufer with 10, a career high for Stryker, leads the Panthers. Forced into much more action tonight because of the foul trouble of Joel Gensler, and he has really responded, as did Jeff Storr in that first half. Free throw rolls off, no good for Meyer, his first miss after 4 straight. Eric Watson will be reporting back into the Blue Streak lineup, apparently for Brian Meyer. Meyer's second free throw roll, no good again. Rebounded by Blake Mueller of Stryker. Outlet pass over to Zach Wise. Wise picked up by Greaser. Left side over to Rufer. Bouncing in now. Mueller to the hole. Puts it up no good, but is fouled by Jade Dominic of Archbold. 2 shots coming up for Blake Mueller. 49-44. Panthers by 5 with 5:53 to go. If Stryker hangs on to win it, Blue. Of course, you could have said that the last 2 years, a very deserving victory. They could have won it 2 years ago. Should have definitely won it last year. We'll see if they can hang on here tonight. Still very much anybody's game. A lot of basketball to be played at the 5:53 mark. Sophomore's free throw up and nothing but net on the first one. Blake with his 9th point rather. Meyer will sit down as Watson checks back in. Mueller takes his time, pushes it up and in. 51-44, 7-point Panther lead. 5:50 to play as Greaser brings it up slowly now for Archbold. Pass deflected, but into the hands of Dominic. Left side, Greaser on the wing inside. Pump fake shot up by Dominic, knocked away from behind by Updike and out of bounds. Greaser will inbound. Shoots it outside now for Watson around to Greaser. Baseline drive goes in, flips into the corner. Cruz with a jumper off, no good. Rebound battled for. Dominic has it. Back up from 6 off. Balance and got it to go. Jade Dominic with 4. 51-46. Wise and backcourt across the timeline. Away from Greaser into the lane. Nice feed to Mueller. Puts it up and good. Great penetration by Zach Wise. Archbold wants a timeout. 5:09 to go. 53-46. Stryker will be right back.
Dave Stan
called 682-2301. Brock Beck with the ball, bouncing right side now over to Eric Greaser. On top, Gehrig. Beck inside now. Dominic turnaround off glass and good. Jay Dominic. 53-48. Storr back into the lineup now for the Panthers. He had a big first half. Stryker, no problem with the pressure. Down low, Blake Mueller. Double team going to the hole, jump hook, blocked, but a foul. It's going to be called on Archbold's Mitch Gehrig. 2 shots for Blake Mueller. Blake has all 5 Panther points here in the 4th period. So Blake will go to the line here. He has 12 points, 2 big free throws again. Stryker leads by 5 with 4:43 to play. Panthers looking for their 2nd win. Free throw bounces off in the first one, way off target for the big sophomore in that first one. He's strong too. Got a nice shooting touch. Free throw, this one rolls, no good again. Dominic rebounds, outlet to Beck. Beck pushing it up, right side over to Watson. Watson flips outside now to Beck. He'll go to the baseline, cut off. Bounces to Watson outside. Greaser to the left wing now to the baseline. He'll stop and pop, and the jumper rolls off. Rebounded by Rufer from the weak side. Stryker doing a good job holding Archbold to one shot. Rufer against pressure and backcourt. Flips ahead now to Wise. And off his hand, picked up by Dominic. Now Archbold loses the handle. Jump ball. It'll stay with Stryker in the alternate possession. With 4:12 to play in the ball game, Panthers will have it, leading 53-48. Timeout Stryker. 4:12 to play. Panthers by 5. We'll be right back.
Instead of breaking your back shoveling snow this winter, let your finger.
We were just up here talking, and I know Doug Krause knows what he's doing. Doesn't need any help from us. And I don't know, perhaps he's been ill, but why Brian Meyer has been sitting so much here in the second half for Archbold.
I don't either. I don't know, maybe he was, as you say, could have been sick or something over break there. But Bluestreaks just haven't had it tonight. They haven't been in sync on either end of the floor. I give full credit to Stryker for that because they've outplayed Archbold all over the floor tonight.
5-point Panther lead. They've got the ball. They'll inbound from the timeline with 4:12 to play. Jeff Storr inbounding the ball to Zach Wise. Boy, Wise had a big part in it, too, the way he's taking care of the ball. Picked up by Beck around to the right side to Rufer. Rufer on top, Mueller. Backdoor pass down low. Gensler's got it up. No good, though. Rebound. Jay Dominic clears it off and a whistle. Oh, my. They're going to call Gensler for his 5th foul. All they were doing was battling for the rebound. Dominic just grabbed it away from Gensler, and they call him for his 5th foul. It's been one of those nights for Joel Gensler. Unbelievable. Yeah, I don't blame him. Yeah, I mean, they were just battling for the rebound, and Jay Dominic just kind of yanked it away from him is all it was. Do you see a foul? I know we're a ways away, but I sure didn't see it.
I certainly didn't either.
Gensler sits down with 7 points, but boy, the Panthers, he averages 13 a game, but 32-minute game. Joel's probably got about 10 minutes worth tonight, maybe. Brock Beck to the right side. Nearly tripped up, baseline. Greaser back out. Watson will try a 3. In and out and back in. Eric Watson hits a 3. 53-51 with 3:39 to go. Rufer in backcourt. Brings it up against pressure. Handles it nicely. Almost lost it, but gets it back to Wise. Wise picked up by Beck. Round to the right side, the pass goes over down to DeGroff. DeGroff bouncing down to Storr, back over to the corner to DeGroff. DeGroff to Rufer to Wise. Left side down low to Mueller on a block. Back up. Wise 15-footer. Bounces no good. Big Blake Mueller with a rebound. Back up from 5. Off no good. Rebounded by Dominic for Archbold, who's had a big 4th period. Beck, whistle. He's bumped and fouled in backcourt. It'll be a common foul. Jordan Rufer picks up the foul, but it's only the 15th foul on the Panthers. Andrew Updike back into the Stryker lineup. Archbold will inbound near the timeline. Bluestreaks back to within 2 at the 3:03 mark. Storr sits down as Updike returns. The blue and white of Stryker, the blue and gold of Archbold going at it here tonight. 127th meeting. Dominic over now to Greaser, had it slapped away. Whistle. It goes off Greaser, apparently. The Archbold fans unhappy about that call. So back over to the Panthers. Inbounding is Updike. Looking for help. Still looking. 5-second call. Wait a second. Maybe Stryker got a timeout before the 5-second call. We'll see. Apparently the Panthers got the timeout from the bench before the 5-second call. That is it. 2:55 to go. 53-51. Panthers lead. We'll be right back. Sponsors for making our broadcast possible as the 2 longtime rivals have gone at it tooth and nail here again tonight. The Panthers have outplayed the Bluestreaks, but are only up by 2 points. This very young team, plagued by foul trouble. Joel Gensler, second leading scorer at 13 a ball game, has played sparingly, is fouled out with 7 points. Blake Mueller played only sparingly in the first half, but has come back with a nice second half for Stryker. Panther basketball. Zach Wise has only 1 point in the game, but he has really done the job taking care of the ball and handling it for the Panthers. Over now to Craig DeGroff. DeGroff McGraw looking for help, lost the dribble, needs help, and finally pass stolen away by Beck. Beck racing down to the hole, goes in, lays it up and in to tie it. Brock Beck with a bucket. 53 all. Here's a ball knocked away by Dominic and out of bounds. Off Jade Dominic of Archbold. 2:26 to go. We're tied at 53. Andrew Updike will inbound. Flips the pass head, knocked away by Gehrig and out of bounds. Trying to get that one in now to Blake Mueller. Side court now. They'll try it again. Updike. And now 2-on-1. Here's a lob ahead. Mueller down low. Pump fake shot up. Good off glass. Up and over Gehrig. 55-53. Stryker back up by 2. Left side, here's Greaser with it. Back out front now for Beck. High post to Gehrig. Gehrig gives it up to Greaser with 2:07. Right side hard drive now on the baseline. Double team there. Bad pass. Threw it away. So the Bluestreaks with a costly turnover at the 2:01 mark. They're second of the quarter. The Panthers also with 2 this quarter. Updike to inbound. Flips it in now. Whoop, he's going to throw it away. Tried to go cross court to Zach Wise, and he throws it away. So each team with a costly turnover here in the last second. Here's Brian Meyer back into the Archbold lineup here. He has not played here in the fourth quarter since, the opening minute and a half. Brock Beck, who really gave Archbold a lift off the bench, sits down. Bounce pass outside to Greaser. Greaser, high post to Gehrig. Gehrig looks for help now. Swings out to Watson, foul line. Goes left side. Meyer will try a 3. Off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Mueller. Mueller bounces over now to Wise, and he's fouled by Meyer. Double bonus here for Zach Wise. He'll shoot 2 with 1:43 to go. Brian Meyer got a good look at it that time from three-point range. Blue couldn't knock it down. Meyer with 12 points leads Archbold in scoring tonight. 2 big free throws for sophomore Zach Wise. He's a 65% free thrower on the year, coming in 13 out of 20. He'll shoot 2 here on the double bonus. 55-53 Panthers. Got it up, got it in. Chad Knopfsinger back into the Archbold lineup here, replacing Mitch Gehrig. Another opportunity here for Zach to try to give his team a 4-point lead with 1:43 to go. Archbold came back to get it tied, but the Panthers have come back with a big bucket. Now the free throw. This one, the second one, no good. Rebound, Updike, and a whistle and a foul. And boy, Jay Dominic hit the deck hard. Let's see. He may have been called for the personal. We'll check it out here. Yep, that's the call. So 2 shots here for Andrew Updike. .142 to go. Updike, 6-foot junior, has 8 points, 4 field goals, his first trip at the line. Got it up, no good. Panthers have struggled here at the line in the fourth quarter, Blue. Archbold has missed their only 2 attempts as well.
Stryker 4 of 9.
They had shot so well in the first half. They hit 11 of their first 12 free throws. Second one by Updike. This one bounces and drops through. 4-point lead for the Panthers. 1:40 to play. Greaser quickly up for Archbold. Bouncing inside and off. Sigger spins. Turnaround jumper up and in. His first point of the night. 57-55, 1.5 minutes. Greaser knocks it away. Picked up by Meyer. Back over to Greaser. Puts a shot up. Good, and he's fouled. It'll count. That'll tie it up, and Greaser can give his team a 1-point lead with 1:24 to go. Big steal that time by Archbold after the made bucket by Knopfsinger. Greaser knocked it away, picked up by Meyer. He went back to Greaser, who got the bucket, drew the foul. Foul on Jordan Roofer, his second. read the board wrong. They said 5th foul. Actually, it's foul number 2 on number 5 of the Panthers, Jordan Rufer. Eric Greaser at the foul line. 77% free throw shooter. 26 out of 34 on the year. His first trip to the line tonight, and it rolls good. Archbold leads for the first time, 58-57. Backcourt Wise mishandled momentarily to Updike, right back to Wise. Wise up the left side now. Go to the baseline to the wing. 1:13 to go. Wise bouncing in now to Mueller. Double teamed, lost a handle, picked up by Archbold. Watson the other way. Watson gives it up now to Meyer. Meyer swings back outside Greaser. Foul line cut off there. He'll stop, set it up. Goes to Meyer, right back to Greaser. 54 seconds left. Right side over to Watson. Watson nearly had it slapped away. Now a whistle and a foul. That's number 7, I believe. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Eric Watson. Second on Zach Wise. 1-and-1 Eric Watson of Archbold. He is 1 out of 2 at the line. 46.8 seconds to go. Archbold 58, Stryker 57. Could it be the 3rd straight year we have a 1-point game between the two? Free throw up, good. 7th point for Eric Watson, who averages 9.2 a game. 59-57 Archbold. Second one, got it. Watson hits 2 big free throws. Updike inbounding now to Rufer. Rufer up the left side, cut off by Greaser. Back outside for Wise. Brian Ziegler calling for the play he wants to the right side. Wise into the corner now. Double team put on DeGroff. Whistle and timeout Stryker. With 31 seconds to go, it's 60-57. Archbold by 3. We'll be right back.
Your daily routine can be hectic. That's why the Archbold Ashenfeld, your hometown marathon dealer. 16 seconds to go. It's Iowa 69, Ohio State 68.
Okay, thanks, Martin. Inbounding here for the Panthers. Wise gets it right back from DeGroff. Zach sets up outside, 26 seconds to go. Panthers need a 3 to tie. Left side now over to DeGroff. DeGroff to Updike. Updike back over to Wise. Wise, Hill has the ball knocked away, stolen by Greaser. Greaser double dribbled the ball. Double dribble. Eric just mishandled momentarily with 13 seconds to go. Stryker gets it back. They need a 3 to tie with 13 seconds left. Stryker timeout. 60-57. We'll be right back.
Fry & Sons is proud to announce the completion of coils at 445-3739 or stop by our office on Stryker Street in Archbold.
Stryker basketball. Here we go. Final seconds. Zach Wise on the right side. 10 seconds. He'll stop now. Force up the 3. Bounces off. No good. Rebound Archbold. Jay Dominic. Heading out Eric Watson and a whistle as time expires. A foul was called, but time expires. Archbold has somehow come from behind to win it. 60-57 over their neighbors from the west, the Stryker Panthers. We'll be back to take a look at the scoring recap, statistics, talk with Doug Krause after this timeout.
Today, everyone knows it's important to protect the environment.
Yes, Krista, we must do what we can to keep the earth clean and save our natural resources like energy.
David told me you can save a lot of energy when you heat and cool your home with a Train geothermal heat pump from Eldon Roth Electric.
Train geothermal heat pumps are also very clean and safe for the environment. Eldon Roth Electric is your Train source for quality installation and expert service.
So to help protect the earth from my future and yours, call Eldon Roth Electric at 445-6406 because it's hard to stop a train.
And this portion of broadcast being brought to you in part by the Williams Chiropractic Clinic of Stryker. Proud to support all of our students. Phone 682-4361. Here are some finals that we can pass along to you. Delta defeats Liberty Center 76-63. It was Evergreen over Swanton 57-43. Edgerton, a 2-point winner over Ayersville 57-55. And Patrick Henry defeats